If you are currently dating an NFL fan, I'm sorry, and you deserve hazard pay. You did not sign up to be a part-time therapist, referee, or emotional crash pad. But here you are. Every Sunday, they tell you it's just a game, and every Monday, they mourn like they lost a family member. Now, maybe you aren't dating someone who's an NFL fan, but you are said NFL fan. What we're about to talk about today can apply to either party. Maybe you're the fan in question, or maybe you are the partner of the fan in question. Either way, in this video, I am going to explain exactly how it looks when you are dating a fan of the NFL. So buckle in, because you're not going to want to miss what we talk about on the last few points. And who knows, maybe coming out of this video, you might feel like you can relate or at least understand your partner a little bit better. This is the 7 horrors of dating an NFL fan.
I was just sitting here cutting this video up, and I just want to make it clear, it's horror, Horror, not the other word. It sounds like I'm saying the other word this whole video, but it's the 7 horrors, like scary movie, of dating an NFL fan. Okay.
Here's what your life will look like if you choose to love someone who loves football more than oxygen. Horror number 1, seasonal depression on a weekly schedule. Every Sunday they tell you it's just a game, and every Monday they mourn like they just lost a family member. They promise it won't affect their mood, but they're lying. You know it, they know it, even your sweet baby dog Banjo knows it. The emotional cycle of an NFL fan is like living with someone who has a mood disorder, but only on a strict Sunday-based seasonal calendar. Sunday morning, they are glowing. They're blasting hype music. They're wearing their lucky jersey, yelling, "Let's go!" at 9 a.m. Then, the inevitable game happens. And win or lose, they collapse. If they lose, they look at the wall with the stare so blank you think they're watching paint dry. And even if they win, they still complain about the offensive line for 4 hours and talk about how if they want to win it all this year, they better start that 3rd-round rookie draft pick. By Monday, they're quiet. By Thursday, they're asking you for the 3rd time if you made any plans on Sunday so they can make sure they have a clear calendar for game day. And by Saturday night, the fridge is stocked with all their favorite drinks and treats like a kid excitedly waiting for Christmas morning. If you're a partner, or if you are said NFL fan, please try to understand that dating them means living the same emotional Groundhog Day every week for 22 straight weeks. At this point in time, you must understand you are not dating a person. You are dating a seasonal weather system that wears a jersey. Now, this next one is something I myself fall victim to every game day. I'd say I'm ashamed to admit it, but truly, it brings me immense joy. For you, however, there is no warning. There is no buildup, just a weekly jump scare. Horror number 2, sudden screaming fits. They will go from sitting silently to full exorcism mode because a man you've never heard of dropped a ball on a field 800 miles away. They scream like the TV can hear them. They scream while explaining the rules to you as if you can hear a single word over the banshee noises coming out of their nacho and cheap beer-filled body. And before you ask, no, it doesn't matter if the play was good or bad, they'll scream either way. They'll yell yes and no in the same breath like they're arguing with God. And then as quick as it came, they go dead silent again, like nothing happened, waiting for the next ball to be snapped. Sitting there like you didn't just see their soul leave their body and come back wearing eye black. Here's a word of advice in these scenarios. Do not try and calm us down. Do not try and understand us. Simply nod, smile, and wait for the next outburst. Horror number 3, complete emotional shutdown on Sundays. This one might hurt your feelings at times, so it needs to be explained. Once the game starts, you simply don't exist. They will not speak to you. They will not blink. They will not acknowledge your presence on the mortal plane. And you need to understand, it is not because they don't love you anymore or care about how your Sunday is going. I promise. You could tell them your car is on fire and they would just nod and whisper, "We need to establish the run." During games, they are not your normal partner. They are a soulless statue powered entirely by various chip crumbs and hatred. Just to be clear though, they do not hate you. They simply cannot perceive you. In this very moment, you are a background noise. They have tuned themselves to a frequency that only speaks in tongues of audibles, play calls, and roughing the passer penalties. This is not a snub, it is survival. Their entire nervous system has been hijacked by a scoreboard. Horror number 4, the superstition phase. Every NFL fan has rules. They don't write them down, they just know them. They have a lucky jersey, a lucky seat, a lucky brand of chips that must be eaten at exactly 2:15 p.m. or the universe collapses. They will sit perfectly still for an entire drive because it's working. And if you stand up to get water, they will gasp like you just triggered a ticking time bomb. Every word, every movement, every placement of an item within the household is serving a distinct and deep purpose that will directly impact the outcome of this football game. I want you to hear this. At this point, you are not dating a rational human being. You are dating a sports goblin who believes your posture controls the outcome of televised events. If they win, it was because of the socks. If they lose, it was because you sat on the wrong cushion. There is no science, there is only pain and ritual. Horror number 5, fantasy football psychosis. This is where it gets dangerous, so bear with me and follow along. Fantasy football will make them scream during games they do not generally care about. They will cheer for players actively beating their own team. It's so confusing to you, I understand. You thought you had started to figure things out. You know they like the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is their hero, Josh Allen is the enemy. But now they're watching the Buffalo Bills clobber the Miami Dolphins, and your partner is cheering when Allen rushes for another touchdown? None of this makes sense, but at least they're happy. They will watch the Jaguars versus Texans like it's the Super Bowl because their backup fantasy running back is playing. They will call their friends at midnight to propose trades like they're making international arms deals. They will spend 45 minutes explaining why their team is actually unlucky while pacing in circles like a lawyer prepping for court. I know it doesn't make any sense, but today they care more about their fake digital roster than your actual shared mortgage. They will root for their fantasy defense to sack your real life happiness if it means they have bragging rights amongst their fantasy football colleagues. Just let it happen. It'll all be over tomorrow. Until next week. Horror number 6, Monday excuses and coping. Listen, let's be honest. This one might be frustrating to you. One of your favorite traits about your partner is they try to never make excuses in life, and they do their best to be accountable for things. However, when their favorite team loses, they will never just admit it. They will write entire conspiracy theories worthy of an HBO documentary to explain how the refs, the announcers, the wind, and Mercury being in retrograde combined to sabotage their season. You thought they hated star signs, but now it's a valid excuse for why their team looked off yesterday. They will say things like, if the refs weren't biased, we'd be undefeated. There is no logic here, so please don't try and follow it. There is only grief wrapped in spreadsheets. And lastly, but certainly not least, is off-season withdrawal. When football ends, so do they. They walk around the house like a ghost. They mutter stats from 2008. They watch old highlights just to feel something. They ask, how many days until kickoff? Like you would know, every morning as if it's a prayer. They will say they're enjoying the break and return to normalcy while secretly watching the combine like it's the Olympics. At this stage, they are not your partner. They are an empty jersey-shaped vessel waiting for the pain to return. But at least the highs and lows are over. So suffice to say, if you are dating an NFL fan, be patient, be kind, and never ever sit in their lucky spot. If you enjoyed the video, share it with someone who needs to see this. Let this be a sign of solidarity, and perhaps even a sign that while you don't understand them, you do accept them.